guys, this is Matt Wheeling here, and I'm here to interview Matt Dilla about his profession. Mr. Dilla, nice to meet you.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. What is your profession and what do you do?
Okay, so I own Port City Dispensary, which is a cannabis company here in Wilmington, North Carolina. And what we do is we provide people with CBDs and CBNs and hemp-related products in the state.
Now, this is a strange sort of business, especially in the state of North Carolina, and a relatively new business. How did you come across this profession?
So I served 5 years in the Marine Corps, West Coast, out in California. While I was out there, California has the majority of this stuff going on already, so you're able to walk and talk and go into shops and talk to people and talk to patients and figure out what it's really all about by being immersed in it. So being out there, coming back to North Carolina, seeing a hole that needs to be filled and patients who need access to this stuff created my need to drive to build this company.
Very interesting. Let's see. What issues have you faced in your sort of field?
So this field, the cannabis industry, has a million problems with it, ranging from legalities of laws to legalities of who can access this stuff to political issues, as well as environmental issues, because you have to grow this stuff, and how do you grow it, where do you grow it, who has access to it, what age demographics are able to access this stuff. The pile just keeps getting bigger as the days go on. But that's okay, because we as a company reach out to other companies out there, we reach out to the knowledge base, and we find out what the correct answer is for that particular problem, and then we make that knowledge available to everyone who follows us or shops with us.
Do you have any other aspirations for your current job or your business?
Yes, we want to be on the forefront of this. So Port City Dispensary is set up as a political jab because we can't dispense THC products, but we can dispense hemp products. So we're setting up as the first in the state, but we want to take that even further, help push the legalization of cannabis in North Carolina, and eventually get into the medical marijuana industry or the full rec industry for THC products.
What is the most enjoyable part about your career?
Being an entrepreneur, absolutely. I get to wake up whenever I want. I set my own schedule. I'm my own boss. I own my own company. I make the rules. It sinks or swims on my effort. Coming from a military background, you are driven, you're determined, and no's not an answer. There's not anything we can't get through. So applying those kind of principles to a business, to an entrepreneurial mindset, really is what excites me and what gets me up in the morning, because people who come and talk to me are looking for an education. They're more than likely looking to try to help either themselves or somebody they know with the products that we have available. So being able to say that, yeah, we are helping people in the state of North Carolina, and we're helping to try to identify monetary sources like tax revenue to be able to give back to this state, is what gets me up every morning. It's one of my most enjoyable things.
If you could go back and change anything that you've done with your business, or sort of how you've started your business, what would you change and why, if you wanted to change anything at all?
In retrospect, you're always looking at stuff. Hindsight's 20/20. You're always wondering what you could have done better, or if the timing was right for something. I think that, if you're happy with the first thing you put out, then you're too late. If you're gonna wait till you put something out there that's gonna please everybody, that's the wrong way to do it. You got to put yourself out there. You got to put it on the line, and hopefully people respond. And if you try to attack this from a caregiver standpoint and realize that this is a product that helps people get better, whether you use it recreationally or medically, we have to have access to this. So,
in your business, what is the biggest issue that you're going to have to overcome in the next year or so?
Yeah, so the biggest issue across the board is education. So I don't care what demographic you are, whether you're a state senator or whether you're a illegal recreational user of marijuana currently in the state of North Carolina. Education is the biggest hurdle, because right now there's this stigma around weed, marijuana and cannabis, and people don't understand it. They don't understand the good and the bad. They don't understand it. And being able to sit people down, get them to listen, and bringing everybody up to the same educational level on this issue is the hardest. Because if we can get a senator to have the same educational level that we can have the base user, then together they'll be able to come and create the bills and laws that we need to effectively drive cannabis in this state.
Have you been openly harassed by any sort of law enforcement or any sort of governmental agency or even just private citizens?
No, not yet. And we are working very hard to be in front of that harassment. So we are working hand in hand and openly put out there on our website, on our social media, every single outlet, even the people we talk to, that we don't sell illegal products. We're not in the business to push THC. We aren't here to be drug dealers and set up in Wilmington. We are a law-abiding citizen, we're a law-abiding company, and we're not going to cross the line. In fact, we're going to stay above board. And we do that by bringing in people who have questions. If police officers from Wilmington PD or maybe even Charlotte want to come into my office and have a consultation, I'm more than willing to sit down and talk to them and open up the books and show them that this is a clean operation. We're not here to do the wrong thing. We're here to do the right thing. And on the other hand, we have had a really good turnout for people who support this. So there's a big group of people out there that is building, including the veteran population, that believes this is time to bring this into the state. So when you show people the facts and when you show them how much money they're missing out on, you start to get people to back you. And it comes from a basis of trying to do the right thing, staying above board, and providing things to people who need them.
Where do you see your business in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, hopefully, North Carolina will be full blown, either rec and medicinal, and we'll be able to set up franchises up and down the East Coast. So Port City Dispensary is an amazing name because there are so many port cities on the East Coast, and we hope to be able to set up in Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, maybe Georgia, and definitely Florida.
Okay. Would you recommend this career to anyone else?
Absolutely. I would recommend being an entrepreneur to anyone, but it does take a drive, an internal drive. And if you don't have that, then figure something else out in the industry. Cannabis as an industry is one of those amazing things, just like film, where if you want to be a lawyer, you can do it. If you want to be a doctor, you can do it. If you want to be a truck driver, there's a job for that because this stuff has to get to where it's going to be sold, right? So no matter what you do in the outside world, it can apply directly into the world of cannabis.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, that's it. Just go out and get educated. Visit our website, www.portcitydispensaryNC.com. Click on the Fight or Educate link, and you can get up to speed on all the current bills that are affecting the state of North Carolina and how to get in touch with your representatives and figure out where they sit. Really, this fight has to come from our representatives. So by getting in touch with them, knowing what side they're on, and then having them be an advocate for you is what's going to get this done.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dooley, for
Yeah,
taking your
absolutely.
time.
Thanks, man.
All right.